Thanks for joining us today. We're here with some of the world's best, here at Cholmondeley Pageant of Power. Back for its 6th year, the Pageant of Power aimed to entertain on the track, in the air and on the water. All sorts of cars and bikes take part, but what are the challenges of the Cholmondeley track? Here's Scott Mansell.
So here's some commentary on my lap, my third run here at Cholmondeley. I got a reasonable start on this run, a little bit of wheel spin, just slightly touched the limiter as we came over the bridge, didn't cost me too much time. Coming down the first straight here, we're getting up to about 125 miles an hour, all very quick. A little bit early on the brakes on this particular run, so I can go a bit deeper next lap. Bringing it down into the first turn, back on the gas, running it up to the hay bales as close as we can. Good exit out of turn 2. Then we've got another short straight here, up to 4th gear, probably 100 miles an hour before the bus stop chicane. Knock it down a couple of gears for the bus stop, fling it through here, using all the road on the exit and maybe a little bit of grass, up to turn 5, which is quite a dangerous corner because it has some armco on the outside. Power sliding on our exit through there. Hard on the power all the way down here up to about 80 miles an hour. Knock it down 1 into turn 6. Over a very difficult bump here on the brakes into a slow speed left-hander. Then it's flat out, 3rd gear over the jump and over the finish. Hopefully that will be a decent enough run for us to win our category.
We'll be back down on the track later on, but first, here's something completely different. It's not just about the track racing here at Cholmondeley, we've also got jet skis on the go. And just in case somebody did fall in the lake, the Royal Air Force were on hand to demonstrate a rescue at sea. They made this demonstration several times over the weekend, although we're not too sure why anyone would want to go upside down. Let's head back onto land. Fast, furious and very, very loud. Here are the Scramblers. Scrambles, or motocross, has been around for many decades for both solo and sidecars like these. It's all about teamwork with the passenger balanced in the outfit through turns and jumps. With just a bar to hold on to and a small platform to stand on, these passengers really throw themselves into their sport. We caught up with leading rider John Boot and his passenger, who seems to have shrunk.
My name's John Boot. This is a 1983 Wasp chassis and it's got a 880 Yamaha engine in, which is based on the XS650, Yamaha XS650 road engine. It's a twin cylinder, it's been bored out and stroked to make it 880, so it's bigger capacity.
Fantastic. How did you get into racing?
It's my dad's fault really. He did it through the 70s and all through the 80s. He still does it now. He now does road racing on a sidecar as well, so it's my dad who's to blame, and this is probably the next line of sidecar racer here. This is my son.
Oh, how did you find the track?
It was good fun, yeah. It's a bit smaller and tighter than we used to, but there's some good technical bits and some good fast bits down the start-finish straight. So I think it's exciting for people watching.
What was it like watching your dad racing round?
Really good, because he came first and came second.
Well done. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, thank you.
Now back to the track. Hi Nikki, this is a fantastic car. What can you tell us about it?
So this is the new Ariel Atom 3.5R. So it's supercharged with a Honda engine in it. It's very light, very fast, and certainly terrifying to drive around Cholmondeley.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it's very quick. It's got a paddle shift system on it, so it helps with the faster gear changes. I drove the standard 3.5 last year around here, but we reckon this is going to go possibly 2 seconds a lap faster this year, so it'll be pretty quick.
What are your hopes for the race?
Well, last year we were beaten by the Caterham and the Radical, and the previous 2 years before that I won it with Lamborghini, so I know the course pretty well.
Yeah.
a lot of people seem to think I have a good chance this year, but Radical are here again with their SR8. So I think the best that we're going to hope for is second. We might get lucky, we might get quicker than the Radical, you never know. So we could do quite well.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers, toes, everything.
Right, can I ask you about Rush?
Yeah, well, Rush, obviously we were involved in Rush, the movie. I choreographed and put all the race sequences together and then drove as James Hunt in the film. So,
Wow.
So yeah, a lot different to this, although there's a lot of 70s Formula 1 cars here as well. So get to be reunited with one or two of those. So beautiful pieces of kit. We had a great time filming it, and I hope everyone at home enjoyed it as well.
Well, we look forward to seeing you on the track.
Thank you very much.
The latest version. I'm Chris Jones and I'm driving for Bentley Motors in the Continental GTC Speed.
Fantastic. Can you tell us a bit about the car?
Yeah, it's a fairly new model for Bentley. It's the fastest of the range, if you like, in terms of top speed and performance. Top speed's over 200 miles an hour. It's got a 6-litre W12 engine, and that produces 616 horsepower, so very, very powerful thing. Obviously a bit of weight in it, but a lot of power as well.
What were your hopes for the competition?
As we're racing against the Ariel Atom, I'm not hoping of winning, but I just want to try and do some decent times compared to some of the other road cars, and show that the Bentley is actually quite a capable car on a little track like this.
I bet. What would you say was your biggest competition aside from the Atom?
Probably Aston Martins and Ferraris, that type of thing, really. I hope that's probably what we're aiming at.
Simon Hucknall, and I'm driving a Vauxhall VXR8.
What can you tell us about the car?
The car produces 576 horsepower. It's powered by a 6.2-litre supercharged V8. Produces 740 newton meters of torque, and it accelerates from 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. And it's very fast on the top end as well.
How does it feel to be on the track in such a fast car?
Well, it sounds a bit of a cliche, but it does actually shrink around you. It's a very big car, but in actual fact it looks after itself very well on such a tight track. I don't think I'm going to beat Robbie Kerr's record in, I think it was the Radical. I think we're some way off that, given that this weighs probably about 3 or 4 times as much as the Radical. But I think we'll do quite well compared with some of the heavier competition like the Bentley and the Mercedes.
What would you say was your biggest competitor?
Probably the GTC that's sitting next to it at the moment.
Fantastic, good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thanks.
Thank you for chatting with us. So that's it for another year at Cholmondeley. Perhaps we'll be back next year. Until then, it's goodbye from all of us here at Overdrive.